February. Have a nice evening. Thank you. See you. Bye.
See you. Sorry, Mr. Dennis.
No, it's okay, Mr. February. I just came to the room. I supposed to join the room before 7:30, but now it's already 7:30. Thank you very much for answering someone's new. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good evening, everyone. Glad to see you all again after 3 weeks. We haven't met each other. And tonight we're gonna have the special speaker. Mr. Acep is already here, but there is something new for this year because it's also new. Yeah, I already discussed with Mr. Acep last time. What would we do for this new year? So this for the first 15 minutes before Mr. Acep will do the presentation, the moderator will start with preparing the impromptu speech. What kind of impromptu speech will you need to speak? Okay, let me open the slides first because I just jumped from the previous class, and to be honest, I already have the slides, but I need to find first where do I have the slide is. There you go. I already have the slides. Let me just open the slides. So we're gonna have the impromptu speech. What will you do with the impromptu speech? This is for the first participants who have joined the room 15 minutes before the presentations. So what kind of impromptu speech will you do, Mr. Dennis? Okay, here is the, okay, yeah. So because it's New Year, yeah, because it's New Year, everyone always have their dreams. So I'm gonna show you some pictures, yeah, and you're gonna associate that picture with this word of the day, which is dreams. Yeah, so before the 15 minutes, you will speak for maximum 2 minutes, maximum 2 minutes. Yeah. If you want to stop, you can stop for 1 minute. I'm gonna show you the sign of 1 minute, but if it's more than 2 minutes, I need to stop you. You will get the picture on the spot. Yeah. So does anybody want to try about, and beside that, I will see how many words of dreams will you say. I also will count how many or any repeating words. I actually take this from the meeting of Toastmasters. Mr. Acep knows this. It is actually from table topics. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, all right. Does anybody want to try to speak for 2 minutes? I will show you the picture first. So it's not gonna be that sudden. The picture is about FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. Does anybody wants to be the volunteer to talk about dreams and this part? You only speak for 1 minute at least, maximum 2 minutes. Anybody wants to be volunteer?
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, it starts from Mr. Acep, the speaker. Marvelous. So Mr. Acep, if it's already 1 minute, I'm gonna show you the sign, yeah? Okay, just a minute. I actually would like to find the, okay, wait up. Okay. Okay, Mr. Acep, you have 1 minute to speak until 2 minutes maximum. Don't forget. to add dreams on it. Okay, start from now, Mr. Aceh.
All right, interesting. FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 just finished last month, and I think everyone here should have had dreams country or the one that they were dreaming of. And I think I didn't have any country that I was dreaming of, but if I look at my friends, they chose many countries, and of course, one person, one country. For example, my friend in West Papua, he really dream of Netherlands, and he wear orange, orange shirts every day, and he showed me that I have a dream country in FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022, and I realized that the one that won this cup was Argentina, and I didn't say anything to him because I know if I said something about his dream country, Netherlands, probably he little bit not good. So I just said, okay, probably I had to look at people who had dream country Argentina, so that I would appreciate that regarding this FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. So this new year, everyone has a resolution, everyone has a dream, and including myself. My dream in this year would be I had to develop my community fans mail to be much progress, and they should have a lot of people join to learn digital business, and that's what my dream in 2022. That's all.
Woohoo! You spent 2 minutes and you say 6 times of dreams, and you say 7 times of and So great
All
job,
right.
Mr. Acep. Mr.
Great.
Acep, would you mind to nominate anyone here? So
All right. I would like to pick Mr. February, if you don't mind.
Mr. February. Mr. February, are you ready, Mr. February?
The same topic or
No, the topic is going to be about this one.
wow, what is
Okay.
pizza?
It's pizza. Pizza, yeah? Okay. You can stop for 1 minute, but don't forget, say the word of dreams, and I also will count if you say things. Okay. Are you ready, Mr. February?
Yeah, what should I say?
You need to associate this picture with the word dreams.
Dreams?
Yeah, dreams.
Allah Akbar.
Okay.
Dreams? Wait a
Yes.
moment.
You will speak for 1 until 2
All right.
minutes. Okay. 1 until 2 minutes. Begin now.
All right. So we have like pizza here. So I think that's very common food in all over the world. So we can find it in Indonesia and every country. Talking about food, so I don't know, in the future, I really want to have a business related to the food. Maybe I will bring like my typical food from Palembang. So like pempek, I don't really know what should I do from pempek. I want to make it. I want to make pempek goes international. So is it possible that if I have to combine like pempek with pizza, I don't I don't know, but Allah Akbar. All right, that's all. So sorry. Allah Akbar. So
It's
sorry.
okay. You only speak for 1 minute.
Oh,
Very good. And I counted, you say 2 times of Unfortunately, no word of dreams yet.
dreams.
So, but it's okay. But it's
Thank
fine.
you.
Okay. Mr. Febri, you can nominate 1 more person tonight. 1 more person.
All right.
And who do you want to nominate?
Oh, we have. Wait. I guess Miss Pawantina.
Miss Pawantina. Okay, Miss Sawantina.
Oh my
Remember, Miss
God.
Sawantina.
Why you choose me, Mr. Feby?
Okay, Miss Sawantina, you will speak for at least 1 minute, maximum 2 minutes. You need to associate the picture of best friends and the word of dreams.
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
all right. And I will count how many times you say dreams, how many times you say or Okay, 1
okay.
until 2 minutes to speak. Start from now, Miss Valentina.
Okay, thank you for the chance. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I have a good friend, my best friend actually. He comes from Solo, but I have a problem with him because of, yeah, you know, he already has his own girlfriend, and his girlfriend is really like cruel with me and don't let him to be my best friend anymore. But before he um make a relationship with his girlfriend, you know, I ever had a plan with him to go around the world to achieve our dreams, to pursue our dreams, to continue our dreams, study abroad, and to go to Mecca to do umrah and something like that. But suddenly when he know a beautiful girl, and this beautiful girl really cruel and I'm not his best friend anymore until now, and I really miss him. But you know, I never have any feels for him, and he also like that for me. We also we only the pure in that relationship best friends who have beautiful dreams together to go abroad to continue our study, or to go Mecca to do our umrah together. Just it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Awesome, Miss Valentina. You say the word dreams 3 times. You
Okay.
say the words 3 times. And you say the word 2 times.
Oh, you know also. Okay. Okay.
That's because are repetitive words.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I will also find. But
Yeah.
thank you very much, Miss Valentina.
Thank
So
you.
this will be our routine. Before we start the presentation, the moderator will prepare word of the day and some slides. So people will speak something. Before I read Mr. Acap's CV, I think we have some new participants joining here. I see Mr. Deepa. Mr. Deepa, can you please introduce yourself, Mr. Deepa?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dennis. Hello, everyone. My name is Dipa Argadiasto. You can call me with Dipa. I am workers actually in the PT Charut Papan Indonesia, and I am in the same angkatan with Mr. Dennis from the
Yes.
IPB University 44. And I think same faculty with Mr. Acep Usman, but with a different angkatan.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Deepa. Hopefully you enjoy this group. Yeah. Thank you, sir, for joining our group. We also have another new participant here, Miss Kari or Mr. Kari. Would you mind introduce yourself?
Okay, should I open my video or not?
If you want to open, you may. If you don't want to open, it's fine.
Okay.
If you open, it will be so lovely because we've never seen you.
But I'm not ready to open my video yet. So
Yeah, it's
I
okay.
think.
You may introduce yourself then, please.
Well, okay. My real name is not Kari. It's called kind of nickname. My full name is Muhammad Riza Zulkarnain, and Kari is Kak Riza. So they call me Kari. I was from Gajah Mada University, and I am now teaching English. But
Nice.
just for grammar, so my speaking English is not that good. So
You speak very good.
No, no, no. I I decide to join this group. Well, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kari or Karizal, yeah? So I call you by Kari then. Thank you very much for your introduction. I think we
Yeah,
also
thank you
have
very much.
Mr. Rifki Widiawan. Would you mind introducing yourself, Mr. Rifki?
Of course, Mr. Dennis. Hello everyone. My name is Rifki Widiawan, but please just call me Rifki. I'm recently graduated from same university as Mr. Dennis, IPB University, and I joined here because I get the invitation from Mr. Dennis because I enroll his course, IELTS intensive class from Leaders English. I hope I can have some fun with you all in this community. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rifki. I have one more new participant, Mr. Kurniawan or Miss Kurniawan. Would you mind introduce yourself?
Okay, Mr. Dennis, thank you for the time. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you all. My name is Kurniawan, and you can call me Awan. It is a great pleasure to meet you all in this precious meeting. I hope that I can learn a lot about especially speaking. Yeah, this is a good environment to 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 increase my speaking to help me impress in speaking English. Okay, thank you everyone. Maybe that's all from
Thank you
me.
very much, Mr. Kurniawan. And tonight, because it's already 7:46, I'm sorry for 1 minute extra. Let me introduce for the speaker tonight. So the speaker tonight will be Mr. Acep Usman Abdullah. He is the financial and digital business practitioner, and he will bring the presentation about public speaking and leadership. Let me also read his CV. So it's very beautiful and very informative. So Mr. Acep Usman is the founder of France Millennial Networks, and we've been collaborating a lot between France Millennials, Leaders English, and also speaking group, speaking practice group with lots of activities together. Like what Mr. Deepa and also Mr. Rifki, I and Mr. Acep graduated from IPB University, but he also pursued his master degree in the University of Queensland in 2018, and his expertise is about content creator and digital marketing, financial planning and service, public relation, youth and community development, and also animal husbandry and agriculture. His complete CV, if you can see in this complete one, yeah, he graduated from Master of Animal Science with major in animal production. Also, the bachelor also got from majoring animal production. And this is his training and certification. He becomes the English tutor and facilitator for his professional experience, Sharia financial advisor. So if you want to know more about how you manage your money, ask him. He knows more, way much better. And also he has some professional staff activities and quite very complete CV here. So that's briefly about him. Let me give the time for Mr. Acep. Mr. Acep, you have about 15 until 20 minutes to deliver your speech and presentation. From now, please.
All right, thank you, Mr. Dennis, our great moderator, and good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
I hope you are doing well, and thank you for this great opportunity for me to deliver speech again in the earliest meeting of 2023, and I'm really happy being a speaker this evening. And before that, I just would like to ask Mr. Dennis if I could share the screen,
You
Mr.
may.
Dennis.
Yes, it's possible, sir.
Okay, great. And while waiting, I just would like to take a deep breath because I'm a little bit nervous, even though This is my third time in speaking practice group to become a speaker, but again, nervous always, so I have to take a deep breath. I know my adrenaline influence my body, making my shallow breath, but that's the public speaking is. We have to really control our body and control our breath, to make sure that we can relax. And don't forget to smile. I try to smile and looking at the camera, even though this is Zoom online, because this is part of body gesture as well, Mr. Dennis, right? So this is a good one that I learned from Toastmasters as well, how we can use our body language. I know this is online one, so probably if we use too much body language or too much movement would be distracted. But again, we need to do that. All right then. This is a good one. I have to share my PowerPoint. Okay. Preparing my PowerPoint. Okay. Not displaying yet. Yeah, Mr. Dennis, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the
I think it's
process.
preparing. All right. While waiting, so this evening I would like to deliver 3 points. The first one is about my experience in public speaking. So I will discuss my experience when I was childhood until now. So the progress of my public speaking and until now. And the second one is the relationship between public speaking and leadership. And you know, there are many terms in terms of leadership. For example, thought leaders, effective leaders, servant leaders, and how these terms are related with public speaking. And the third one, I would like also to emphasize the lesson learned of all of that for my experiences and also from what I learned in leadership from Toastmaster, for example. So I would like to share all of this. And if possible, we would like to reflect what we can apply in our group, in our speaking practice group. And Mr. Dennis, at the beginning of this forum, of this meeting, he brought us with the table topic or the word of the day. So it helped us to speak in very short time, I mean, in short preparation, very sudden speak, and we call that impromptu speech. But of course, for me now, I'm delivering prepared speech because I had prepared earlier and I had structured my speech. And that's why I said I have 3 points that I would like to deliver in these nice occasions. Since there's a problem, well,
You can send it to me.
Okay.
Your assistant.
Thank you, Mr. Dennis, but let me.
Sure.
Because I just would like to see my. Okay. That's all right. Sorry about that. Okay. Good. All right. Sorry, a little bit noise. Okay. So as I mentioned, there are 3 points that I would like to deliver in this presentation. But before that, I just would like to ask everyone here, what are the top 10 global fears? So anyone here, just put your idea in the chat box. What are the top 10 global fears? It could be, for example, elevation, or like, you know, some people are afraid or worried about darkness, for example. So just put your idea in the chat box. So I'll read it and see. I will compare with the references that I have prepared. So just write down in the chat box, future life. Thank you, Mr. Dennis. Failure, yes, good general one. Wild animals, good. Deadly disease, all right. Poverty, wow. And what else? Please come everyone, just write down what are things that make you fear or worry about. Yeah. All right. So I think getting old and sick, yes. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. And see what I have collected. And this is the tab. There are top 10 global fears, and this literature mentions public speaking or stage fright as the first one. Probably it could be verified, but let's accept this one as something that's common, because 75% world populations experiencing glossophobia, which is fear of speak in front of public. And the others like death and of light, spiders and other arachnid creatures, darkness and twilight, hate, altitude, elevation, people or social situation, etc. And I know that one person mentioned public speaking here, which is good. Thank you, Miss Elita. So you wrote the good answer, public speaking. This is the first top 10 global fears. So it means that out there are 75% of world populations experiencing glossophobia, means they are fear of speak in front of people or in front of public. And I believe people who are coming here, join our forum, you are all are not part of this, or if there is, you just have a little bit fear, because I know you are here, want to learn, want to increase your confidence level, and want to conquer or want to counteract the fearness or the fears in public speaking, and see how I develop my public speaking skills, and see how I counteract the fears of my public speaking. And this is my childhood experience. When I was child, I saw my father's, he is MC in my village, and I was interested to see one day I would be like him. And that, probably in my subconscious mind, I was influenced by this figure, my parents. And I noticed that being public speaker is something good. And then when I was in junior high school, I experienced unpleasant things. My English teacher did something not really acceptable to me, a kind of harassment, like kekerasan. And because I didn't have a good skill in English, and I was really feared to speak. I was afraid of speak. And then I just took this as a motivation. I learned a lot how to speak English, and it helped me to become more active, asking. And then when I was in senior high school, I joined a kind of public speaking competition, delivering a speech in Bahasa, of course. But then when I was in senior high school, I also joined a sort of English club, and I did some competition as well. And from that, I learned a lot how to deliver a speech in English and how to be more confident. And when I was in university bachelor degree, I joined some organizations, and also I took an opportunity to become MC. I took opportunity to become a speaker. I was invited in some events, and then from this, I felt grateful that my skill now progress, and the lesson that I learned from here, that just take the opportunity that you might get and just grab that, and don't worry too much about that, because you will learn by the time. And this is my photo when I was in the right corner on the bottom. There's my photo when I was in Malaysia delivering a speech when we were building Southeast Asia animal science students. And that was the first time that I spoke in international forum. Yes, previously I did that, but just took place in my country, even though that was international scale. And then when I was undertaking my postgraduate in Australia, I joined Toastmaster Club. That's the first time I I was introduced with Toastmaster, and every week I came to the meeting and I had to do impromptu speech, and I also had to deliver prepared speech. And also I was given the role to be a Toastmaster, which is the leader of the meeting. From that, I learned how to lead the meeting and control people, and also influence the environment to become more conducive for meeting and also for discussing something. And also I was I was invited to be a student leader in my university, and I led many new students coming from overseas to to my university, and I had to speak in front of them, giving a guidance how to be how to undertake study smoothly in their first year. Then when I was in career, I also did some public speaking events, and I think I just realized that my public speaking's getting better and better. So the connection between leadership and public speaking would be as simple as like this. Leadership requires effective communication, which means that speaking confidently in public is a key part of that. You can imagine if you don't have skills in public speaking, how you can deliver your message to your followers or to your team. So it would be hard if you don't train yourself to increase your confidence level in public speaking. And we also need to give clear message to our followers to make sure that we can reach our collective goal. So what I learned from my experience, public speaking is learnable and keep practicing. That's the message. So what you have done this evening coming to our meeting, that's the part of your great intentions or great motivation to learn. And just coming because every week we learn how to practice public speaking. And I know 2023 we have something special, as Mr. Dennis already showed at the beginning. We have impromptu speech, which is a good one to train ourselves. And also probably we also will learn about evaluation, Mr. Dennis. Yeah. And as you mentioned, we got evaluation at the beginning about the word a filler. You know, like I know that I will get some evaluation, but of course, probably we will think later how we structure our evaluation for prepared speech, Mr. Dennis. And also good public speaker, it would be effective leader. I believe that, because we need to deliver message, and we need to deliver message that to our followers effectively. So there's some strategy in public speaking in general. We have to do some planning at the beginning. What I did before I came to this meeting, I had a plan and I had to structure my speech and also practice. Yes, I did some practice before I come to this meeting, and also I tried to engage audience. So at the beginning of my speech, I tried to invite you. To fill some information in the chat box, which means that I tried to engage the audience. And also body language. Yes, I tried to do some body movement and thinking positively. It's a hard one, but I try to think positively. I just visualize that everyone will support me, everyone will give conducive environment, and everyone will be interested to hear my speech. And also calming nerves. Again, it's not easy, but as I mentioned at the beginning, I had to take a deep breath and structure my presentation and also calm myself. I try to smile more. So to make sure that I'm happy and I'm okay to deliver this speech. So there's some area of public speaking skill that we can use. I mean, there are some indicators that we can use, but of course, I think this one depends on the situation. But I believe clarity, focal variety, eye contact, gestures, audience awareness, comfort level, interest, engage audience with content, topic, free of unnecessary filler, variety of expression. They are good indicators. Probably we can use that, Mr. Dennis, for our evaluation later on. So everyone who delivers speech will get the evaluation whether directly, or we can use kind of online form. So they will receive and then the evaluation, and then later on they will be more confident to deliver based on our previous evaluation. So that's all from me. But before I close, this is a good quote: practice make good speakers, and repetition keeps them sharp. So I would suggest to always come to our speaking practice group, because we will practice, and you will get good evaluations, which is not really intimidate you, but you will learn a lot from your evaluation to become good speaker. That's all, and I hope you got many insightful lesson from my speech.
Woohoo! Awesome, awesome. Please give your virtual clapping emoticon or your real clapping sounds. Yeah. So what a wonderful presentation, Mr. Acep. Yeah, it's gonna be cool if later we also can have the evaluation moment like what we discussed, but probably not tonight.
Yes, of
I'm
course.
not ready. Or but we can talk about that later. So if somebody can that's actually very good, like what you said, the indicator, we can make something so someone who gives the presentation can have the feedback for what have they prepared to speak. So we have sometimes to have the Q&A sessions before we put you all into breakout rooms. If you have any questions for Mr. Acep, you can raise your hand, so I know that you want to ask to Mr. Acep. And yeah, times for you. If you want to have some questions, feel free to ask questions to Mr. Acep, and he will try to answer them. Does anyone have questions? Okay, I have one person here, Mr. Rango. After that, Ms. Fawantina. I'll give chance first to Mr. Rango. Go ahead, Mr. Rango. You can turn on your microphone, please. After Mr. Rango, Ms. Fawantina, and Mr. Kari. Go ahead, Mr. Rango.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I still mute my microphone.
No worries.
Long time no see, Bro Dennis and Kang
Yeah.
Acep. Alhamdulillah, I have the opportunity to attend this meeting tonight. Yeah, maybe I will put my question directly to Kang Acep. So the first one, what drives you? Since I joined this meeting late, yeah, around 7:50, I'm not mistaken. Maybe you already said this beforehand, but I just would want to ask, what drives you to become a person who has a very high rate of self-confidence, yeah, even to speak or to express your how to say, express your self, like, you know, I saw a lot of your social media, and I think that you have full of self-confidence. And then the second one, do you think people that around their quarter life age, maybe 25, 26, could also change, yeah, if in the current time they maybe have a lot of shy feeling, and because, you know, a behavior is something that we must construct in a long period, and how about if we want to become like, yeah, let's say like you, yeah, have a full of self-confidence, is it possible we change it in a short time, Kang Acep? Yeah, maybe that's all from me.
Please, Mr. Acep, what do you think with that?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rango. Nice to meet you in this meeting. It's been a long time, by the way, and thank you for 2 questions delivered to me. The first one is about the factor drive me to practice and also to learn, so that I would be able to increase my self-confidence and had great enthusiasm to be a public speaker. Yes, of course, as I mentioned, when I was childhood, so probably upbringing conditions, my family, I just saw my father, he was MC, not really a large scale. He was MC in a village, and he is teacher as well. So I learned from him, and I just say that I think being a good MC or being public speaker is really helpful, because people come to my house and they ask help to my father. So mean that, oh, uh, um my father helped a lot people, I mean, in organizing event and in many opportunities as well. So I was motivated by that, but of course it's not easy to increase my self-confidence. As I mentioned, when I was in junior high school, I got unpleasant experience with my English teacher, and then when I was in senior high school, I joined some event, but of course it didn't go smoothly as I expected, but just took opportunities as much as I can, and then I learned from this process. So again, then when I was when I'm currently I'm in a marketing field, and I learned a lot about social media as well, and how we do personal branding, Mr. Rango. Of course, personal branding is a general term. Public speaking is part of that. But if you talk about social media, there is a marketing strategy there, and self-confidence is a part of key, because we cannot we can imagine if we don't believe to our product, how we can sell it. If we don't believe to our service, to our competence, how we can help them. So from this career, I learned a lot how to create or build good self-confidence to my service, to my product. And it's not that easy, it requires good affirmation every day, that I'm good at this, I'm good at this. So I have to repeat and repeat, and also I have to come to training often and learn from many successful people, how they deal with the trouble, how they deal with the different customers, how they deal with different objections. So I learned a lot from here. I didn't get this experience when I was undertaking animal science field, when I was in master degree or even in bachelor degree, but gratefully in my current career in financial advisor, I learned a lot how to do marketing, and how to build good self-confidence, and how to deal with many people with different characters. When I was in bachelor degree and master degree, I dealt a lot with animals. I mean, I learned a lot how I formulate the feeds, how to understand the animals' behavior. But now I have to learn a lot about people's behavior, people perceptions, to perception to what I say, to what I feel, because it's about frequency, and this is something that we can tell when we meet people. There is a frequency that we need to adjust. We have to be open, so to make sure that they are open too. So that's a part of my career now, how to build confidence in meeting people and also in social media. But the second questions, yes, probably I cannot answer properly, right? But 25 to 26 years old, I think it's very, I mean, it's still okay to learn. I know behaviors require time, changes require time, but of course we can start from small changes. And what we learn from this forum, from this meeting, I think that's the part of our process. You can feel the difference from the beginning you joined this meeting until now, Mr. Rango. I believe that you also learn a lot from different speakers, and I know that I also learn a lot here, how I express my ideas in front of people, so become more confident again, because English is something that we need to maintain, and I need a kind of a club or a kind of environment that can support that. So that's why I come here, and I have to maintain my English. And also I have to share my experience with people, and I know that it will sharpen my skill as well. So I think there is no word too late, Mr. Rango. But of course, just focus to what to your progress. Don't care too much if we look at people, they have a big progress because they are younger than you. Just focus to yourself, and then the only thing that you can compare is yourself. So just focus on you and see what happens if you practice more in our community. I hope this helped.
Yeah, thank you, Kang
Mr.
Acep.
Rango.
Better late than never.
Yes, that's good quote.
And like you have a role model that live around you.
Yes,
Yeah. Thank you, Kang Acep.
thank you, Mr. Rango.
Okay, I'd like to give chance next to Miss Valentina before I give to Mr. Kari, and hopefully if there's sometimes I give to the others. Miss Valentina, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Dennis, for the chance. And thank you, Mr. Acap, for the, what is that, the best presentation I ever saw. But before that, I'm going to say Happy New Year for everyone. Welcome and welcome back to our speaking practice group. And yeah, Mr. Acap, you are the professional public speaker, right? So my question is, did you ever join any what kind of course, or that kind of course from some institutions, so you become the professional public speaker? Did you ever join? If yes, could you tell us any suggestion about the course or the institution, so that we can follow your steps to be the professional public speaker? Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Valentina. That's great questions. Yes. Well, the only thing that I would say, probably just joining community. Joining community. I didn't attend any public speaking class, but I realized that that's a good step as well. And I learned from the curriculum in internet. I think what I learned so far in the community that I joined that time, I think quite similar. So but the difference is we have to pay. Yes, of course, joining
Yeah.
for example, joining Toastmaster as well, we have to pay. I think Mr. Dennis will agree with that. There is a membership of fee because that's international community. But then don't worry too much, Miss Pawantina. I was Toastmaster member, Mr. Dennis Toastmaster member as well, and I think we want to apply all this experience in our community. I mean, our group now, with no charge. I mean, free.
Okay.
So I'm very keen to apply what I learned from Toastmaster in Australia that time. I had a mentor, and we still keep in touch with her through Facebook and other social media, and she helped me a lot because in Toastmaster we have a mentor. We have a mentor and we are mentee, and then she or he help us prepare our speech before the meeting, and also she or he give us a sort of motivations, not only for speech but for our daily business as well, if possible. But of course, there's some privacy there, but they're really helpful. So that's the learning environment that Toastmaster has, and I learned a lot from that community. But what we can apply here together, I think we can apply evaluation, we can apply a table topic, impromptu speech, and we can help others to prepare their prepared speech. For example, you may want to consult to Mr. Dennis, to me, or others about
Wow.
our presentation, introduction, body, and closing. I think 15 minutes not enough for me to deliver that strategy this moment. But of course, I think we are happy if you and anybody here want to consult how to structure our presentation. So yes, again, to answer your questions, I didn't join any
Okay.
public speaking class, but I just joined the community, which is Toastmaster when I was in Queensland. I think Mr. Dennis joined Toastmaster in Bogor, and there are a lot of Toastmaster club in Jakarta as well. But again, there is a membership fee. Luckily, we are here in the community that no charge.
Yay. Yeah.
So I mean, but there's motivation required. I mean, your persistence, great intention to come in to our weekly meeting. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Acep, for the
No
Thank you,
answer.
worries.
Thank you, Mr. Dennis.
Mr. Acep. Okay, Mr. Acep. Anyway, I was from Essential Toastmasters, South Jakarta.
Also
Not from
Jakarta,
Bogor.
sorry, not Bogor one. Yeah,
Yeah, I
sorry
don't
for that.
know whether do we have Toastmasters Bogor or not, but yeah. Okay. Next, we have Mr. Kari. Before I go to Mr. Mehdi and Mr. Yudi later on. Mr. Kari, you raised your hand before. You can ask
Yes.
question, please.
Well, okay. Thank you for the time, and I would like to say thank you very much for the fabulous presentation. I was actually wondering whether you have ever experienced nervousness when you first speak at the public speaking. So when you feel that nervousness, how did you overcome that? How did you try to solve the nervousness when it comes at the first place? Thank you.
Oh, great questions, Mr. Kari. Yes, well, it would be when I was in senior high school, joining competitions, speech competition, and I didn't realize that time there was a technique how to overcome nervousness and calm our nerve. What I learned from my teacher that time, just taking a deep breath and practice and practice. But then I realized it's not enough. So what I have delivered in my presentation, we also have to imagine that the situation really support us, like visualizing and avoiding any things that can sabotage our thinking to become negative. It's not that easy one, but if we practice, for example, when before I come to this meeting, I just imagine that a lot of people come in and they really appreciate me, and they think that this is a new thing for them and they're feeling grateful. So I just thought about positive sides compared to the negative ones, to make sure that the situation really support me, and to make sure that also I'm free of nervousness or feel nervous. So that's what I did, which I didn't do when I was the first time joining the public speaking competition. So I just wanted to share all of this experience to you. That's why when in the last part of my slide, there are some techniques that we can do to overcome like anxiety or fear when we are delivering a speech in front of public. So I hope this helped, Mr. Kari, but of course, practice and practice. I know that's the good formula, but again, probably we can incorporate some suggestion as well, visualizing affirmation and just neglecting negative feeling. It's not that easy, but you may we can learn, and we can learn from mentor as well.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. I
Great.
think this is new to me, and just to be underlined, you mean that we are creating positive vibes in our mind, so that the positive vibes will come into real.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that, and it also will control your adrenaline. I know I know nervousness sometimes is important. I mean, in the specific context, nervousness is important to make sure that we will prepare and we want to give a high quality of our speech. But the thing that sometimes we cannot control our adrenaline, so that we experience shallow breath and we lost our ideas. So we just we just talk randomly, which is outside of our prepared outlines. So the things that we can do is just relax and then yeah, enjoy the moment. I mean, like yes, yeah, like doing full of smile, and then to make sure that the environment really support us.
Thank you, Mr.
No worries.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kari and Mr. Acep. Unfortunately, it's already 8:25. So later on, Mr. Yudi and Mr. Mehdi, I will put you together in the in the breakout room. So you can ask more intensively to Mr. Acep. So Mr. Acep also can reply the answers for at that moment. And yeah, the next session, I also put the information related to our Instagram, Speaking Practice Group Instagram, also the WhatsApp group. If you haven't joined, and this is the first time for you to join this event, you can join that. And now it's our time to be together with someone in this group. You can talk about public speaking, you can talk about anything. And please tell me if you already with this person more than 3 times, let's say. So I will put you all into breakout room for, okay. Thank you to remind me. Yes, thank you, Miss Mira. Before we go to breakout room, let's take a picture first. So if you actually have another activity after this, if you cannot join the breakout room, you may leave. If you want to stay here, you can stay here. But before that, would you mind if I can see your camera on so we can get the picture of your face, please? Okay. I'm gonna count for 10 seconds so everyone can turn the microphone, turn the camera on. If 10 seconds already off, you shouldn't turn your camera on again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take a picture together, yeah? 3, 2, 1. Marvelous. Okay. I'll put you into the breakout room. And now, if you have another activity, you may leave. If you want to stay and it's your time to speak with your partner, that's why we call it speaking practice group. Yeah, because if you come here and you just silent, then it's not speaking practice group. We will put you all into 10 rooms. Let's go by 11. Yeah. Okay. And I will put Mr. Acep together with Mr. Mehdi and Mr. Kari, yeah? So, Mr. Mehdi, where is Mr. Mehdi? Okay. Yeah. And then, yeah.
Mr. Yudi, not Mr. Kari.
Yeah, Mr. Yudi. Mr. Kari already asked. Thank you very much. I suddenly forgot. So Mr. Yudi, where's Mr. Yudi? Okay, Mr. Yudi. Mr. Kari already asked. Okay. All right. Okay. In room, nobody in room 1. Room 2 will be Mr. Kari and Mr. Satria. Room 3, there will be Mr. Nino and Mr. Torik. Room 4, there will be Miss Haura and Mr. Fatur Rahman. Room 5, there will be Miss Fawantina and Mr. Kurniawan. Room 6, there will be Miss Elvira and Mr. Oh, hang on. I'm thinking this is what I hate about breakout room. If only you guys can choose by your own. You can actually, but I don't know how. Wait. Okay.
I want this with Miss Elvira.
Sorry?
I want to with Miss Elvira.
Oh, Miss Alita wants to be with Miss Elvira. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh yeah. Okay, let me repeat again, yeah. Okay. Room 2, there will be Mr. Kari and Mr. Satria. Room 3, there will be Mr. Nino and Mr. Torik. Room 4, there will be Miss Haura and Mr. Fatur. Room 5, there will be Miss Wawantina and Mr. Kurniawan. Room 6, there will be Miss Elvira and Miss Elita. Room 7, there will be Mr. Dipa and Miss Nurma. Room 8, there will be Mr. Rango and Mr. Rifki. Room 9, there will be Mr. Febri and me. Room 11, there will be Mr. Acep, Mr. Mehdi, and Mr. Judy. And I think there will be one more new participant. Let's see. I open our rooms and you have 15 minutes to discuss in rooms. Starts from now. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. I see some new participants joining. And for example, Miss Aswita Hambali, and then I think who else joining new before, yeah? And I got confused because I was talking to Miss Aisyah before. And I'm sorry if I put you in different groups earlier. Okay, I will rearrange the breakout room one more time. So you will be with the new partner. I will recreate the room. Please tell me if you already with this person. Miss Elvira will be with Mr. Yudi in room 1. Room 2, there will be Mr. Febri and Mr. Kurniawan. Room 3, there will be Mr. Acep and Miss Aisyah. Room 4, there will be Miss Haura and Mr. Satria. In room 5, there will be Miss Elita and Mr. Kari. In room 6. Oh yeah, sure, Miss Haura. If you want to leave, you may leave. It's okay. So let me repeat again. Mr. Satria will be with Miss Pawantina in room 4. In room 5, there will be Miss Elita and Mr. Kari. Room 6, there will be Mr. Mehdi and Mr. Rifki. In room 7, there will be Mr. Torik and Mr. Dipa. In room 8, there will be Mr. Rango with Miss Aswita. Wait a minute. Yes. Okay. Okay, Mr. Rango with Miss Nurma. Sorry. And Miss Aswita will be with me. So you will speak for another. Now it's only 12 minutes. Can I be with girls? Okay. Is that okay for now? You are with Mr. Okay, sure. Let me change you then. Miss Aswita will be with Miss Elita. Okay. And Mr. Kari will be with me. Okay. So you will speak in this room for 12 minutes. Yeah. I open the rooms. Start from now. Okay, thank you everyone for joining back to the main room. It's already 9:02. Before we choose the moderator and the new speaker next week, Mr. Acep, do you probably have any last quote or last thing to say about your presentation?
All right. So I just want to say thank you to everyone here joining the sessions, and I'm glad that I managed to deliver this topic in the early 2023, because this would be a kind of a guideline for us, Mr. Dennis, for future. And I believe everyone here would agree that we need a kind of evaluation thing, and we need to have a peer or something that we can consult to make sure that we have a good progress in public speaking. And we need the challenge as well, like what we did in the early part of our session. So we keep continue using it.
We will. We will keep
Yeah,
continuing the impromptu speech in the beginning.
yeah, great. So it will be a good challenge for us.
We prepare the evaluation part.
Yes, sure.
Because it's actually one of the idea from Miss Elita too.
Oh, great,
One time
then.
when I met her, she said that probably we can have some grammatical correction. And you know, it's in to be evaluator, we can give some feedbacks like what your slides before, right?
Yeah, great. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Acep, for your last words. So it goes to our last session. Does anybody want to be the speaker? Miss Elita used to be the speaker a long time ago, but you substituted with your sister. Do you want to be the speaker next week?
I think next week I cannot.
Oh, you cannot. No way.
Bro Dennis, I would like to volunteer actually to become
be?
the speaker. For
Yay!
next week.
Awesome blossom. Cool. We got the speaker here, Mr. Rango. Anybody wants to be the moderator? There is one more extra job for moderator to prepare words of the day and some pictures. Your job is to find words and pictures related to impromptu speech. Anybody wants to be the moderator? Especially for you who have joined this time for 2 times, at least 2 times. If you just join tonight, I don't really suggest you can handle this one. Anybody wants to be the moderator? Miss Elvira, do you want to be the moderator? I choose lah.
Okay, I try.
Okay, great. Before I choose, I think we have some new participants joining before while we're doing the breakout room. Miss Aswita Hambali, is this the first time for you to join this session?
I'm not so sure. Maybe second time.
Oh, it's the second time for you.
Yes, but I'm so sorry. I'm late to join here because I'm just back home.
Oh, you're the one who came in the beginning, yeah? You said that to Mr. February, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, Miss February. I said to Mr. February because I'm late to join.
I see.
When I joined to this group, he said, yes, I can join here. So that's why.
Is this the first time you joined or not the first time? Just want to reconfirm.
Maybe the first time, yeah.
So this is the first time to join this group. How do you know this group from? If I may know.
Mr. Fatur Rahman.
Oh, from Mr. Fatur. I see. Okay.
Group. I already joined to Mr. Fatur Rahman group.
Right. Would you mind probably introducing yourself, Miss Aswita, because you just joined tonight?
Okay, sorry, yeah. Sorry, our friend. I'm late to join here. My name is Aswita. Hambali is my father name. And I live in Medan. And my age, I'm old woman. My age 59 years old.
You're young.
Okay, enough for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Aswita. Great to have you in our room. Yeah, I think that's all for. Oh wait, we have one more, Mr. Satria. Mr. Satria, is this the first time for you to join the session, Mr. Satria?
Well, I'm not sure, yeah, but yeah, let's consider this is as this is my first time here, but yeah.
To join the meeting, I mean.
Yeah, I'm not sure, yeah, but yeah, I think yeah, let's say this is my first time.
So would you mind introducing yourself as well? Because
Okay.
we just know each other actually.
Yeah, okay. Well, my name is Satriadi. Yeah, Satriadi. Yeah, yeah. You can call me Satria or Adi or Satriadi, as long as good as doesn't matter. Well, actually, I'm from Lombok, but now I'm living in Bali for the last 8 years already. So yeah, yeah, maybe that's all. Yeah.
How do you know this program from? If I may know.
Someone shared the link to the group that I joined in. So yeah, just join this meeting tonight.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Satria.
Thank you very much.
Oh, Bro Rifki already. I already introduced Bro Rifki, Brother Mehdi. I did I, Brother?
Yeah. In the beginning.
In the beginning, right? Yeah, right. I worried that I forgot. Okay, so that's all for tonight's session. Next week, the moderator will be. See, I just forgot who will be the moderator next week. Oh, Miss my own wife. Okay, my wife. Who will be the moderator? Miss Elvira will be the moderator, and the speaker will be Brother Rango. Yeah. So before we finish the session, if you can turn your camera on again, we can take the last photograph tonight. Okay. Let me count the. Let me count the time. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, everyone. See you next week. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have a great night.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, everyone.